hate in Sierra Leone, in the world, in our communities, in our homes? How do we mitigate them? How do we reduce or get rid of hate around us so that, you know, we'll just begin to enjoy ourselves as human beings in the planet and of course in Sierra Leone? And today I have with me in the studio Madam Usufode, who is also a counselor, and of course I have Mr. Lincoln O.J. Smith, who is also a teacher and a counselor, and of course I have Kongami Niboto. All of us are here tonight, this evening, to make the discussion colorful and teachable, you know. So immediately after the break, we come back and we begin.
Every day, the world wakes up to you. Millions of people are getting ready for you. For shopping, travel expenses, utility bills, trade, and commerce. If we all have wishes, then what is your financial transaction wish?
I'd like to have a choice.
I'd like convenience.
I'd like to pay for goods and services on the go.
I'd like to pay utility bills on the go. Out of credit and data, buy some mobile top-up, still on my phone. Oops, light out, I'll buy some ETSA, still on my phone.
I'd like to make payment from my account to another account through my mobile phone.
As a CEO of a company, I would like my staff to receive their salaries through bulk e-payment without the risk of transporting cash.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo does it all.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo. Think of it as
money when you're close to home and when you're away from home for unexpected expenses, and money for those times when cash fails.
If you can dream it, you can become it. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo is all you need.
Of course, good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening, right across the globe. Today, Onage for excuse me because we want to talk about how we mitigate hate, not so just for Sierra Leone, but for let the world become a better place, an enjoyable place, as how, you know, we create or don't design them. And we start with Mr. Lincoln O.J. Smith, who is a counselor and of course also a teacher. Mr. Lincoln, welcome to the Civic Hour. God bless you for your time where you don't spare, you know, for the part of this discussion where I shall say very educative to Sierra Leoneans them and of course right across the globe. We want to talk about how we mitigate hate. But first, we want to see how best we go able to reduce the way how we misuse social media. Because as we misuse social media, hate they spread like a wildfire. So how we go able for, you know, handle hate speech and social media in we communities there, you know, and any way we'll find ourselves.
Okay, thank you very much, and once again I want to say cabo to we respectable listeners and viewers. Want for say we are welcome to this program. Straightly to what you don't ask. We are talking about hate and how to mitigate that, especially on social media. First of all, I want let we understand say hate not something we bad. It's very bad because it's common. It's all over the world. You find hate in any society. No society, no day where you know they see hatred. You know, everybody, I mean, in one way or the other, everybody get that kind of spirit of hate, and that's something where we need for battle with. And coming on this platform, I see them as opportunity where we will use for battle against that. Hatred is bad. The fact say it common no mean say we for ignore them. The fact say it all over no mean say we for take care them or we for overlook them. No, that's something where we need for battle against. God, when our creator, he talk in word in Leviticus chapter 19 verse 17. They say, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother." He go on for say all that thing, but now at that point no more say, "Thou shalt not hate thy brother." And we see in several instances in the Bible where we see because of hatred, havocs then take place, right? Esau decide for kill him brother because he developed hatred for him. The brothers of Joseph hate him because, you know, they exhibit certain things were embedded in that act of hatred. And at that briefly, I want let we just like get, you know, let we just get across quick as we go about. Okay, hatred. First of all, within a hatred, it common. Somebody go say yes, or of course, now we you know like you comping this and that. And in we create time, we call them badat, right? When we say hatred, now simply badat in we look at time. But how do you develop this hatred for your friends? I want to tell you, say there are stages, or yeah, there are stages level at which they show hatred, where you know sometimes we know and sometimes we don't even know. Okay, we get what we call self-hatred. Where down there you they do them because it happen, you they show that to yourself, you know, based on one or two experience probably in the past. You know, now that sense of low self-esteem because of waiting, you know, a kind of experience you don't get in the past. Then we come to personal hatred. Then the hatred where they get, you know, for somebody personally, for reason best known to you. You just some man hates somebody not because he don't do anything bad, but he get a personal reason. He not just like this person in appearance. He not just like the way this person they talk. He not like the way this person they do things. These are personal reasons. So personal hatred. Then we get waiting we call family hatred. Hatred within the family is dangerous. It sets families apart. It destroys family. Then we get what we call that ethnic and inter-ethnic hatred, where maybe a day at a regional level, we sometimes we can call tribal or tribalism, that tribal hatred. Then going on, we also get that national hatred. This happens within, you know, the nations or between people. Then going on, we get what we call also the racial hatred. Now, why are they like cite then different kinds or types of hatred? Now, because you know, hatred not they only take place from within or with an individual. It happens, you know, in the general society. From personal, it goes to what? Group, unit, you know, it goes to the community, it goes to the nation, and then it goes to the world at large. Talking about racial hatred, we experience that. We have experienced that in history and in the past. Even now, it's still taking place. Okay, so when you know we see that thing that they happen, we for no say now something where they affect the nation. Fine. Now certain things we need to observe before we know say this now hatred, you know, the beginner. Certain words then they were one for let we just look at quickly where they come before hatred. If you see that thing that they happen, no say hatred they can. After hatred, yes, after that they don't happen. The hatred comes inside. Wait till they happen. After that hatred don't develop. Okay. So when we look at prejudice, we look at jealousy, we look at envy, we look at resentment. All of these things, you know, all of these things show that indeed there's hatred within the society. Or all of these things give birth to hatred. Now, with prejudice, you not begin hate the person, but you just get that you just get that preconceived opinion or idea about the person. You see this person maybe based on what you see and they do, you conclude saying na so in life day. You conclude saying na ya in belong. That's prejudice. And when you think of someone or you handle someone with prejudice, you need to ever love them. Okay? Then we come and talk about resentment. resentment comes about when somebody feels say it deserves that right, he no get them, but this person ain't get them. So that resentment that that resentment that they against them, or it day within them. Sorry, that resentment that they within them. Okay. Then I also talk about what? Envy. Some man, it just see you life they go on well, they see things are well with you, things are fine. It decide for envy you. It want, if he say na ain't qualify for get what you get. If he say na ain't better for receive that blessing there. Right? It hasn't really reached to the point of hatred. Then we come in with jealousy. We come in with covetousness. Why does hatred come into being? It's when we are covetous, when we envy somebody, when we are jealous about somebody. All of those things lead to hatred. And hatred, now that intense dislike. Now that like I say, but that intense dislike, something where you, that bad idea, that bad expectation, that bad feeling you they get for somebody. When you hate person, you know want for seeing a better one. Is that clear? When you hate person, you know want for seeing a better one. So that intense dislike. Now, when hatred can don't come, the next thing you they begin see backbiting. You they begin see strife. You they begin see conflict and no like somebody go on for bill in life, but because you hate them, you go defect them, you they undermine them.
Exactly.
Before you help them for stand, you they destroy them. For let you present or talk something good about the person who go help in life or develop, what you they do? You they go spoil them to others.
That's hatred.
Hatred. So hatred is something very, very dangerous.
And must not be neglected.
And must not be neglected.
Indeed.
We need to deal with them in our society.
Indeed.
If not, it's going to like ruin or destroy our society.
And the wise man that be they talk say a nation they fail because good people that they keep silence.
Yeah.
So we know we'll keep silence. So thank you, Mr. Lincoln. Indeed. Just for recap from waiting Mr. Lincoln they say, I just they go straight to waiting God in what they say concerning hate. Then at 1 John chapter 2 and verse 9 and verse 10. 1 John chapter 2 verse 9 and verse 10. He say, he that saith he is in the light and hated his brother is in darkness even until now. He that saith he is in the light but hated his brother is in darkness. Verse 10 he said, he that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is no occasion of stumbling. That means say in life then they get no stumbling block. Because wait, he love him brother. He dey show love to him brother. Wetin God dey say that concerning the word brother, e no mean say the one wey mama and papa born o. Anybody where you see when a human being, whether na woman or man, na you brother, na you sister, if you're able for accept them for who that it be, irrespective of in tribe, in color, in race, because other people there now other country they call a race, irrespective of your race or usa ikobo, if you're able for accept say this time my brother, and you forget that love for them. So with the count of Mrs. Madam Musufode, we of course in also now a counselor way they can help we also in this discussion of hate. Madam Musufode, how we go able for promote regional balance now this country Sierra Leone? Because make we not neglect the fact say because of the politicians the way some of them then just don't sign say they're wicked. As a result, they do anything for get them way. Whether they divide people there, they don't want to know. Whether they spoil people there, they don't want to know. What thing they want, now let your mission accomplish. How we go able for talk to Sierra Leoneans, for let we promote regional balance now this nation, because we want let Sierra Leone they as how God make them for unite.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Family Leonardo. I'm glad you again today for the Utuna for discuss this very important topic. We talk about hate, how people they don't they use hate speech through social media for turn people then down, for discard young good efforts and everything. Then how we for able for change this narrative of regional balance. You know, me as a Sierra Leonean, I can always say this country na me home, na me heritage, and not they share them with anybody. If even I left this country, I go wherever God send me, I will come back, because we can always say there is no place like home. And na a good thing for them we realize we say we come out. I just want but small but waiting me brother be they talk about hate. Hate is a very strong word. A very strong. And that word they hate, it can come with so much emotions. Sometimes people not even they bold enough for look person in face for tell and say I hate you, because now a very strong word. Some can show them through emotions, through actions. Or even if they see and they not go talk on your face, now behind you back, they go talk on. And like my brother they say, hate get different stages. But how they think they can develop? Maybe because of social benefits or political benefits or even family benefits. But I can always say, now if we learn for the talk to each other, I think it can be better than you talk beyond person. When you talk to me, if I do you something wrong, talk to me and tell me say what you do so very bad, than you they put grudge. You find out say you self where they hate the person, you they lost you focus. If even you they get something where you for sure, you know, where you for sure in life for let people benefit families, but because if you get that hatred in you they forget what you said. You focus on that person where you hate so much. At the end of the day, you they lost your own glory where you for don't show forth, or you for don't lost your you they lost your own prosperity. And most of them thing and they it can start now there with small community there. They just like me brother say now a family. A family, the kind way they have some parents can cut case between picking them, a knocking good. Now they begin to see hatred. You can at school, and God not make we all equal. Some man are smart learners, some man are slow learners. People and they naturally then smart. You know mean say because you're not slow learner, you for envy that person. I don't see somebody they say look how they make, because when they say price giving I one day they catch na so now they begin by that. Yes, that's so now they begin by that. And you self get that innate ability for let you study very hard. It don't mean say pass you get prize, but let you know say I'm here in school to study and to pass. So if that person is smart, maybe that the gene way it gets. I mean, if you find out say that person is smart, I feel say you for make her you party, so you go benefit from her. You know, for develop grudge. I don't see outside people and good at spreading bad rumors about people without even confirming the source. Sometimes Sierra Leoneans slow land, and I find out that people that they celebrate wickedness than truthfulness. How did they happen? Who say we don't reach now to this extent? You see, people that they insult, people that inciting words. For now, the main thing where they happen now about this political thing where they go on, how you they say something we not find tribalism and everything. Then now I come to the regional thing. Today I be the watch, or yesterday I be the watch AYM Good Morning Salon 98 where they discuss this gentle in statement where Igina Mosque. Then somebody read waiting somebody posts na social media where they say una wait let we win Easterners then una go feel win at this country. Why do you have to say that? Now we all get this country. Then the thing we don't make the thing don't go worse now is and they see say people are not getting national spirit anymore. It's not about Sierra Leone.
Patriotism.
It's about partisans. I'm in the red house. I'm in the green house. And that's not what we are here for in this nation.
In the world.
Because in the world, yes, Sierra Leone, we are here in Sierra Leone. Because whenever Salone, when they talk about Sierra Leone, they can for equate themselves with Western world. Then people and they get system. When they talk about politics, then they say, God bless America, God bless UK. When we don't ever say, God bless Sierra Leone, una wait, let me particular na power. So, we no nationalistic. So when we go begin think about this whole thing, because now when we dey develop this year, we dey go to national level, and I believe say we dey meet up as so many things. If we dey meet up at intertribal marriages, yes, Timini they married men they live comfortably. Muslim they married Christian. You know, people then they when are northerners, then they live now east and southern district. Eastern people and they live now northern district. So why when it comes to politics? But I can always say now when politicians don't meet you, you mind don't made up for let you use you, for let you say something we're not even good for you safe. Because who knows if now that southerner now go help you, or if it not help you, it go help you picking. If you don't get that awful utterances, how to marry you begin go. Because people are good at keeping bad records, not good records. I see because of hate, people know they even celebrate who that they do good. In anything you do, then they turn you down. But they are like come over a better thing. Where it they benefit from? Something where you they benefit from. So why you not go just pull out that hate? And if somebody do bad, tell her in face. Don't talk behind his or her back. That's not good. I think now that one day in the Amboguna, this regionalism, it can only happen when our politics time.
Exactly.
As you call your name so, Abokomo, you na greenhouse today, Abokomo, you na red house today. But if we don't decide, say this country is our country, we want a better nation, and we still get chance for correct all the wrongs there. Honestly, Sierra Leoneans, from the top to the bottom, you were there in our office. People then vote you in or they appoint you, say you capable for do this. You know mean say because you na mende, then you vice not timini you for suppress them or you not for share the office in achievement with them.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Una for work hand in hand. You know mean say because you not timini, then you deputy in a mende, you say no, you not for take the glory. You lock him. No. It doesn't work that way. It's about nation building. How can we talk about human development if we not try for embrace each other
first?
Honestly, if we are talking about human development, we are talking about national development. If we not try for embrace ourselves, how we go reach that goal of national development? I tell somebody then there's I say, if even Salon, what is Salon, so they say Lord shape the money. And we attitude and I make this country, then we words that we give police mouth a very powerful. Then we left for the talk say this country no go better. If we they talk and constantly and people and they will get a bad attitude, then they put in the actions. Now so we they stagnated and it not good for we. We don't come up and walk far away. We they tell we the power being small. We don't big now, we don't born with picking them. Then we try for come out from all of them thing then they. I tell somebody, I say if even self them thought we all. We all wait, they thought we all not to the money. I think they thought we all like oh they admire America, so all my want go America. Right now Biden say, okay, you know what? Sierra Leoneans come over to America. Then we all go America. Then the Americans in Canada, believe you me, give me 1 year, let's see. If Salon you know go see back later like Dove Court. You know why? Because we character them.
The brain.
Yes, the brain. Now we try for the search. Now we try for the search. We character them. No, we the search with characters them.
The brain.
Characters they is very important. You know why? Character na in nothing where they inside you. It built inside you. The reputation, nothing where other people they look at you say, now this you don't build for yourself. How people they admire you. but character is very, very important.
Very powerful.
Let we try for watch them with characters in there. How will they communicate with each other? How will they talk to people? How will they look down? How will they appreciate people's efforts? Let somebody not work all night or it try for do something, then you turn and that not so better to me I can do that. But you can't do it. You know they able for do them. So why you not go celebrate this person? Why you not go celebrate them? And we need for go across the board.
Indeed.
If you now Eastern person, me like me I come from the East. But I find myself sometimes in the West, the North, I be so comfortable. We always can free to not so born we now people in we can have because of job or education.
Sure.
You understand?
So how was your experience in the North?
And it was so powerful. Now people
so because of that now you try for let citizens they know.
No, see,
the only problem where we get
are politicians.
Okay, because
politicians.
That's
and
it.
then we try for the lock up. Let we close that boundary of allowing politicians. Let me tell you.
For can be
now
as Sierra Leoneans
when politicians they want power,
now
they use
up. Yeah.
When they don't get you, it's simple.
That's it.
During campaigns, they use thugs. They know they use their family. But when at inauguration or when they don't know, say they don't get the power, that's how they consider family.
They consider
you are no more
family.
important to them.
Exactly.
You are normal.
Yeah.
So can we think as Sierra Leoneans and say, you know what? I think this is enough. And that idea of waiting you do, wait for make you come back na power. Everybody gets in your way how it they develop. And they always say government is continuation. Nobody know they able do anything. You're not able to do everything.
Just can't continue from who say
who say you can't pay stuff.
Yes,
it's not a do or die thing. Now we they see people and they miss, then they lost, then they die and everything. And we know say that they not be there happen. And because of politics. This regional thing, we need to go forward. You see Rwanda, how they just heal like that. You see how they don't grow.
It begin from the brain.
Yes, it begin
mental.
from the brain. You see neighbor, it caught in brother when I watch the documentary. He see it in a corner. He see a neighbor caught in small sister in aid. It chop into pieces. When they go, that special court where they be create for them Arusha. When they testify, he say, I see this my brother. This me neighbor, and I post maybe they can take fire now we use. If they cut me brother, my sister in neck. They say forgive her. Me say okay, I'm done. They don't move on. They are a great nation. Sierra Leone, we can do the same. If only we not focus on politics.
Better.
If only we not focus on this politics. Politics don't put this country behind. Do you hear we beg Sierra Leone and say, we not know they think twice. This thing about me party, I think it's enough. Please.
Thank you so much, Madam Musufode. Indeed, where a councillor they talk, you don't get no choice but for listen and for learn. And of course, we did learn so much. Thank you so much. Just for a recap for waiting, Madam Musufode they talk about it. He was Thoman, now a man where don't die now, but he be write a book where a title Jesus and the Disinherited. And in this book it talk about hate, and it talks say hate they make you creative ability die. In other words, you know they're able to fulfill the purpose of God for your life anymore, because all you they think about now how for hate this person and how for bring this person down. So the light where God embedded in you, nobody need to see again, because you are always full of hate. The beauty that they come out, there is no light in you, as the Bible don't tell we in First John chapter 2 and verse 9. No light no they show in you again, as also darkness. So hate's not a thing where we really for put aside. We for mitigate them to the lowest level now this nation. Because just as how Madam Musude say, the politicians them get a lot for answer to God someday because of what they do. But we self get 5 senses. There is what we call now the sixth sense. Yeah. Where if the 5 don't fail you, apply the number 6 we go tell you say, you know what, these politicians, it's high time we say bye-bye to them. When it's time for politics, they want for make hate, they want for kill. let them use them picking them, let them use them with them, let them use them relatives, let them do everything with them, because when they take power, they forget about you. So you say for protect yourself now as a young person, as a citizen of Sierra Leone, for waiting, for do the right thing. Let patriotism come up again like a spirit in us. Patriotism, what will be the go school, will they sing the national anthem, will they say the national pledge. I pledge my love and loyalty, not to party, not to party green, not to party red. I pledge my loyalty to what? My country, Sierra Leone. Now Sierra Leone with loyalty for you too, not to party. Love Sierra Leone, love that Sierra Leone brother where you they see. Love that Sierra Leone sister where they at the east, where they at the north, where they at the west, where they at the south. Not so because of who it belong or his surname. I wonder you see me as Lovetta now and say, Lovetta, I like you like a sister. No ask me Lovetta Dumbuya say, Usa you come on, you know who's trying. That's not your business. That should not be your focus. Waiting for being focused now that Lovetta na Sierra Leonean and she should be acceptable. And me self as Lovetta, I go accept you as a Sierra Leonean. That's it. Any other thing not relevant. Then a thing of politicians. I tell you the truth. God not make us so, and we not for make us so if we want for continue for enjoy Sierra Leone. We they come to Konga mini boto. You know where the discussion kid don't get tensed. We they calling Konga now for can polish her because in they handle the brain and everything. The solution to everything what they discuss now, it starts with the brain. So because in a professional in that area, Konga Miniboto, I want to let you tell we the positive ways them where we for handle social media. Because I tell you the truth, all them problems there we don't spread now like wildfire. Everybody they use WhatsApp, everybody they use social media, and most of we problems then begin with people the way they read and write. The woman the way they sell pepper in a market, they don't get time for send WhatsApp hate messages. They don't have that time. Now money where they work, they fit for go find a living. We will go school, we were educated, we for sure love to Sierra Leone. Now we they spread hate. Now we they spread regionalism. Now we they spread tribalism. Now we they spread hate. And so if we begin at the brain, as educated as we are that, we for promote love instead of hate.
Thank you. The issue of hate, my sister, my brother, they present, and the content the way they present, not just all hinge on a composite property of neurologic tragedy the way I discovered in this country. The word hate, a neurologic composite property. You thought pattern. Now we think the fact of the release of then thought patterns to your spine where they make your body actor as an action. So now we think hate make you go on your phone, you send hate message. Now we thought pattern. So if we want for handle hate messages for the disseminate na social media, now we get for handle the people them then thought patterns. Influence, create a stimuli, neurologically, we go empower them for think productively relating to national development. The reason we make too many people they engage in hate now because most of Sierra Leoneans they live a life in survival, a life of survival. And so anybody who wants to survive can do anything for survive. And so because they want to survive, they see the people them, whether if a hater or not one hater, whether a thief or not thief, once it get a little capacity person, it will trigger hate. Now because hate is a neurologic composite property, from where a then and mama and belle, my mother begin to stimulate hate. Papa they manifest hate. Then they born, then they see the hate, and then neural connections they formulate neural pathways, and it exhibits time as an attitude. So if we really want to solve the message called hate, therefore help the people them for think national. And if we not help the people for think national, it will be challenging for let them think for love themselves. Because love nothing where you they get from house.
Yes.
Now anybody where papa and mama not show love, not they give love.
At all.
Any pikin wey born a house will not see love, you know they distribute love. And anybody will love somebody, you know they hate, exhibit hate message. So primarily because we neurological make up the composition from birth to the current age, we subconscious them, don't be hardwired for just exhibit hate consciously or unconsciously. And the reason why they influence we certain times for really exhibit hate unconsciously. Sometimes a day, anything the brain, anything where you don't fire and wire and behave them so much, then the canal, the brain no need for coordinate with the body just the behavior. So now make you get some hate exhibitions there where some mind don't need pre-self, it don't need for prepare. As it can they release them. So if one for handle, the good news now that a fixable. The good news now that once with the brain, hate na a brain thing. Good news na a brain thing. Peace na a brain thing. Happiness na a brain thing. Hate na the influence for let somebody go light electricity where they benefit everybody. They go grab go cut am for your own personal benefit. Now greed, now a life of survivor. They get for go survive. So a practically exhibit hate for others across with for benefit. So because it they live a life in survival, 98% of Sierra Leoneans now life of survivor. Go school, get degree begin for work, settle, grow and die. Just that night they teach you in this country. Nothing how for use the brain, so we they live a life in survival. The norm. People who don't learn books. Now go school, get degree, you get second degree, get third degree, at the end of the work, normal life. Work, say, and die. Without nothing for use with the brain. Yeah. Because they're not teach you how for use the brain. Exactly. And so love na a neurologic thing. Hate na a neurologic thing. If we handle that, pass will handle that na the brain. Yes. And if we want to handle social media hate, Lord influence the people and for let the thought pattern change. If you change the thought pattern from negative to positive, just begin now for think positive. Just think say your contribution relevant to national development. Less Sierra Leoneans that be encouraged say, then little inputs them relevant to national development. Now that
whether you sell pepper,
irrelevant.
Market,
irrelevant.
Whether you sell fish.
So because of the life of survivor, people have said they're not relevant.
No, they are very important.
So because people have said they're not relevant, so now survivor. Now make as complex as the brain is, that somebody go relegate himself for going to market no go tot. As complex as the brain is. The same size, the same weight, the same composition from fetus, birth. Now with neurologic composition from birth, fetus, birth to age 7. Now they influence you for live a life in poverty, live a life of survivor, or live a life where they go impact lives and influence them for make them better. You know, so if we really want to stop hate messages, we need to stop under the thought. Stop the person for think evil by creating a stimuli. We're going to make a think better future. Make the power and person know say they get power for make success. But if people in authority, like the submissions they will they do that TV so. Now, Mr. Lincoln, Madam Fode don't left in busy schedule. Mrs. Dumea don't left in busy schedule. Then I have to talk to the nation. Now, but if authorities they not consent to submissions, they sabotage them. They not go work. So there has to be. I've been talk the other day na TV bag as say too many where they in authority just interested in seeing national development. They're just interested. They are not committed to seeing national development in reality. And I get proofs, research across this country, 132 constituencies. 132 constituencies. No ministry, no the way and not don't do research. Across this country. And certain times that they go now professional submission they do. You don't know that. And do me research quietly and commodity. 98% of them in authority only interested in national development, they're not committed. So with all the submissions then, they don't get interested. Forget back to the institution called Mercy TV and say, oh, this program is nice. You can imagine with the submissions they do. Where they will say, this is good for national development.
Exactly.
Why not we help by ensuring that this consistency day? You know, come to Mercy TV. Because the only way we will stimulate the brain for really manifest a peaceful message, loving message, now we will fire and wire. And there are processes where they influence firing and wiring in the brain for change of attitude, for reprogram the subconscious, for actions. Oh, you don't submit this thing. I remember early this year.
And in ourselves, very expensive.
And so, if we get for do that day,
for adults,
they get for day in coordination. We not do it in isolation. So the submissions the way they do, that indicator says they don't self in authority. It's the national development. They only get interest in the personal gratifications. They only get interest in the personal gratification. Which is the please them and the family. And some of them, if confusion happen now, they and the family now first class ticket.
Yes, for
they
left.
go and left the masses for suffer. That's why they are not interested in such a thing. So that's the
neurologic tragedy.
It is a neurologic tragedy. So if we people really committed to see this nation make progress and live a peaceful life, and so that the hate stuff go stop. Some of them they send them to people when go influence, let them not see your number. They send them to person, then the person send her hate messages. Now set the trigger authorities.
Really?
Yes. Authorities send her.
Neurologic tragedy.
Yes.
Indeed.
So greed, hatred, not then it starts with. If a father cannot like, show love to mommy at home, the children will not see it.
Never.
So they can't have love and they will exhibit love. Emotional intelligence, no feeling for each other. So now make hate message then on social media. Now we thought patterns then. Now if a man they live in life of survival, I go continue without that. Show and say first aim for make success. Then success will be possible. So Mrs. Dumbuya, you know, so we'll not get much time. La tap now, we will continue. God help we.
You know, say we just did touch and left. Touch and left, and we go continue. Do you want for advice the people the way they right across Tembe town community, you know, especially the one the way they in the habits for cut the cables them. This we they talk about national development. But if you they go out for cut the cables them, for lay we not get light
power supply,
you know, now this side of the country, how we go able for transmit positive messages then like this?
Yeah.
We get for use generator.
It's so sad.
It's so costing. It's so expensive. You don't buy lights, you don't pay for lights, you know they able get what you pay for, because there are wicked people where at night they go out for cut the cables. Do ya if you there now this community they do that kind of thing, I would they beg you, because they the wrath of God not for them by you. Because God they speak. God they speak. God is powerful. We get for afraid. Do ya let we left that habit there. Mr. Lincoln, one for let you give last message to viewers them, because we try for wrap up the program. But before that, I want let we go in for quick commercial break and come back.
Michelle Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Mishcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to home, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Michelle Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Samuel Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are the leaders.
Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Civic Hour. And we want to tell you boku thank you. We want to watch the live broadcast from with studios na Tembe Town. We want to thank you. Mr. Lincoln, we talk about hate, and one for you give your last words to we viewers them, we precious viewers them.
Okay, at the end with this statement, somebody be say the antidote to this unity in a happy home is tolerance. So
and Tijanka Basef be talk
Yeah.
The late man.
Okay, so what I want for say, we realize in Sierra Leone say almost all man and hearts don't warm because of the trend of things in the country. Yes, I get a friend the way we say elect all things go up, but that food self if person can afford for eat them and official will get strive, will get anything in it. What I want for say, even if things are hard, learn to tolerate your brother, your sister. You no need for hate them.
Because not to inflict the problem by you. You're right, you're wise.
So let's learn to tolerate each other in spite of our personal difference, our personal problems, our personal situation. Let we not blame government for our for what we go through. They will not like say because this government in power and this. No. Let we just pray for the government and allow God for deal with them. Allow God for control them. Allow God for control the situations in the country. And this finally, as I close, this statement where they say Solomon Badat, and we receive and we accept them. Now because we want to walk in that line, if they tell you say you Badat, prove unto the person say you not Badat, show and love. Show and love, show and kindness.
The antidote to hate is love.
It's love. So okay, we know they can talk about hate, and then we not talk about love. The Bible says what? Thou shalt love. Of course, it starts with God, and then it says what? You shall love thy neighbor as thyself. And it can be a point where, of course, in another scripture where the Bible say we ought for lay down with life for we brothers. Meaning we ought for sacrifice for each other. So if we get the hearts the heart of sacrifice, the heart of love for others, we not go about the try for destroy ourselves. They try for bring down person, we they try for build up himself, we they try for stand, we they try for like make life. So if we can tolerate each other, pray for each other, help each other, feel like they feel, empathize and sympathize, I believe we can build a better nation, which will like, make the country better.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Lincoln O.J. Smith.
Yeah.
God bless you for your wise words. Kongamini Boto, your very last words to we viewers them.
Thank you, ma. So we will come back and we'll continue this process. And I believe, say like we Mr. Lincoln say, tolerate your company. Even though we get for establish a factor where somebody get up before you go gear. So Lord develop them. So change your pattern where somebody come to you. Change your pattern. Just change your thought pattern. Give a chance, let talk. Allow and let talk.
Tolerance.
Allow and let talk. Don't make bad. Pass now and you want to get savvy. Sometimes there some people like you make geek. Where they know now somebody savvy pass they humble. Sometimes there's somebody will carry titles for go show, exhibit, but some people they carry mantles and virtues where they carry heavyweight championship.
Spiritual virtues.
So if you go there about they make a guy, you will just miss. So Lord allow we serve.
You will just miss.
Lord allow we serve. Talk to each other. Get patient with the person. Now just change your thought pattern. If possible, for Lord will live accepting each other. Like what Mr. Lincoln said, we can accept we serve by just creating time for changing thought pattern. And I had to start. I didn't know at the start. Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you so much, Kongamini Boto, indeed. God's general. Madam Usufole, thank you so much again for your time. We just want to let you give Sierra Leone viewers them, citizens them, your very last word of love.
Okay, I want close for say again. When we talk about hate, we must talk about love again. Just like when me two brothers they don't say, love it starts from within, from home. Let we start for accommodate each other. Parents and do ya we big. We know say we not able for talk to one direct. You are not able for me to, but I think when they use this medium for they reach out to una. So I'm going to tell me say no, you need to tell me how for run me home or how for tell me picking them. But do ya we they big, then parents we una vex, we not make una picking them see how the anger in una. Because when them picking they see them thing, they inculcate and they go practice them outside. And when they develop that one day, now they hate they come out, even at national level. Nothing other way go see in country go do way go ever celebrate them. Like when my brother say, let we try for the embrace we safe. Somebody do you bad, hey boy, tell them say that this studio are not like I'm gonna crush them and forget about that. You no need for save them where you feel say that hates another for give you interest to. Instead na bitterness they give you. And at the end of the day, you said they tend to be bitter. For anything somebody talks to you, you want to put up defense. And that defense there, either you want fight or you attack person. Whose side will end you at a bad side. Do we as Sierra Leoneans, let we learn for the talk, find to we safe, and we picking them. Then back talk with them parents and let for give picking them. Do you want to stop that attitude? Because when you keep picking back talking, if it's a good thing, you tell them. Please, when allow we they talk to we picking them directly and straightforward, and then we they teach them say you for always accommodate you company, because you know get for dinner your mama and papa was forever. You go for friend yourself na different side, different race, different nation. How you go able for cope? You go na school, you go do na university, you go na workplace. Do ya Sierra Leoneans this hate speech? Una let we left this attitude. Let we try for embrace each other. Celebrate somebody. If you do good, celebrate them. You don't mean say not only your sister or your brother do something, you say, hey, my sister don't do fine now. If even your party don't do something, celebrate them. Because it takes sweat and blood for produce something. Let we learn for they celebrate each other. Let we let for they turn we self down, tear somebody down. Wait till you do better and all they know. It puts effort. Appreciate them. Because the more it persist on them, it go be perfect. When you safe, when they watch the gold dust, when they go through fire, when they come out and they tell you they admire them. So people they go through so much. Do ya we know say the country is hard. But do ya let we manage ourselves. Let nobody know put. You know, one guy they tell me say right now salon talk where you are talk. Buy Panadol, you bowl and you put water near you. Because as she talk, you hear the act. And I agree, you know, people, you know, the stakes are high, emotions are high. But do ya we big? Let we calm down as parents, as siblings, as sisters, let we accommodate with them. I can tell me picking them. I say, hey, we all in this together. If even say people go, you they see people and they go oversee their win dividend, they say, they can't salon when you come. You they feel good because you don't come to a family. This is our home. Let nobody not tell you otherwise. You need for stand and not say Sierra Leone is your home. There is no place like home. Somebody they say you eat food 10 at it, that you host it. If you know it's a satisfied. It's not lie. Ask them mama they way they cook. Or the man they way they house.
So
of course, NIV.
Indeed, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your counseling. Thank you so much for your beautiful advice where you don't give to we beautiful and awesome citizens them na Sierra Leone and of course the entire globe. Sierra Leoneans them, my very last word for una tonight, to this evening, now that even though things are hard, but I believe say between war and this level where we dey so now, which one will you go prefer? Because where you dey in war, you no go able for go friend you and too much. Where you dey in war, you no go able for go na mosque and pray. You no go able go na church and pray. You no go able go na school. Begin they no go able learn. Everything when are developmentally oriented way for make you life move forward, they stand at a still. It is stand still. So even though things are difficult, but this peace where we get, it is better, it is enjoyable. Do you allow we appreciate the peace where they Sierra Leone, where God himself be don't give to we, and let we cherish them with the way how we they talk to one another. Yes. And we market two man them waiting and markets all the time. They can see me they talk. You na me paddy, una na me paddy them, and we appreciate una so much. But that hate one I can get for one another, because you go buy pepper to one, then the other one, fortunate for buy pepper to one. He go say, hey, look at it, because customer and Amiano, you begin to hate than they do, you alone we left than they. Say we love una so much. When you on tongue reach, we go buy to you, then they self go buy to you. Just believe, say, your own customer they come, no faith you compete for that, no hater for that. Just believe in God, you own they can meet you. And then they go for all the business people in Sierra Leone and across the world. Una, thank you so much. I've been your host, Lovetta Dumbuya. And of course, we link then na Facebook. You can go na www.mercytvradio live. And you go watch this episode where we don't play to this evening. In case you don't miss this one, you go there. And una, thank you for una way send una comments there, Mr. Dumbuya. Thank you so much for your comments. God bless una all. Have a good evening.
Every day, the world wakes up to you. Millions of people are getting ready for you. For shopping, travel expenses, utility bills, trade, and commerce. If we all have wishes, then what is your financial transaction wish?
I'd like to have a choice.
I'd like convenience.
I'd like to pay for goods and services on the go.
I'd like to pay utility bills on the go. Out of credit and data, buy some mobile top up, still on my phone. Oops, light out, I'll buy some ETSA, still on my phone.
I'd like to make payment from my account to another account through my mobile phone.
As a CEO of a company, I would like my staff to receive their salaries through bulk e-payment without the risk of transporting cash.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo does it all.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo. Think of it as
money when you're close to home and when you're away from home for unexpected expenses, and money for those times when cash fails.
If you can dream it, you can become it. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it.
Rokel Commercial Bank Simcopo is all you need.